Quick overview on Scripps. We are the nation's 5th largest media company in America. We reach 1 in 5 television households. We have 33 TV stations and 35 radio stations in 27 mostly major markets all across the United States. We are the stewards of the E.W. Scripps National Spelling Bee. Brief history on our company. We've been a part of American history for 140 years. We started in the newspaper business in Cleveland, Ohio with the Cleveland Penny Press and evolved into broadcast and radio and digital marketing solutions for small business owners over the last 140 years. So a lot of history. We're the creators of HGTV, Food Network, which is a Tennessee company where our Scripps Networks Interactive are based in Knoxville. So a lot of roots here in the Tennessee, Middle Tennessee area. What a lot of our small business owners are shocked by is the fact that not only do we own TV stations all over America, but we are Google's first premier business partner. So all of our account executives, our staff are Google certified and they're experts. Travis leads our team here in Nashville. But who's here because they want to learn more about digital today? Okay. Who's here because they want to grow their business? All right. Anybody looking to franchise their business? Franchise? Okay. Anybody looking to add a second location? Hire more employees? Add another truck or two to your fleet of service vehicles? So you're in good hands. And but here in Nashville, we are News Channel 5. So give you 3 things that we want to accomplish today. First, the purpose. We're going to share some ideas. Again, I work with hundreds of small business owners, and I'm very, very proud to say that we're helping a lot of business owners grow their business 25, 30, 35% year over year by utilizing effective advertising strategies. So I think you're going to come out of here with some great ideas today. Number 2, the process. We're going to take about an hour. We recognize that you are entrepreneurs and small business owners, and I do want to thank you for taking time away from working at your business to coming in here and working on your business a little bit. But we're going to share our expertise not only here in Nashville, but all over the U.S. To pay off, you're going to walk out here this morning, guys, with some great information that's going to help you make better advertising decisions. So we'll get into it. In Nashville, you're in experienced hands, and also with Scripps all over the country. You'll recognize a lot of these clients from, obviously Hiller, one of the dominant heating, cooling, AC and electric companies here in the market, Pool and Spa, Bartram, personal injury, to brands that you may be familiar with like Benjamin Franklin, the Punctual Plumber. That company also owns Mr. Sparky and 1 Hour Heating and Cooling, Gutter Cover, Jericho Home Improvements, even Elective Health and Dental. We're really helping those clients introduce that new science that's coming out every day in the medical world out to the community to help them impact their quality of life. I want to point out Jericho on the right. This is my friends. This is John Bartram and Dave Cummings. They're based in Kansas City. Got an opportunity to start working with John and Dave in late 2010. And just a little background on them. They started out in the basement. Who works out of your home? Anybody working out of your home? Okay. I got you. Okay. All right. Anybody else that's trying to get out of the home and into an office space? Good. All right. But so John and Dave, they started off, they're doing about $3 million in kitchen and bath remodeling. We put a strategy in place for them in 2011, a 12-month strategic plan to help them grow their business, utilizing best practices that we developed through our research in this category. I'm not going to read the whole article, but basically the takeaway here was their success. They're now a $12 million company after just a few short years. So they've experienced 400% growth in 6 years. So it's, and actually 5 years since deploying the strategy. But their success has been attributed to the company's use of television advertisement. We got people wanting, that's their quote, we got people wanting what they saw on television, Bartram says. By the way, this wasn't a quote they gave to me. This was actually an article that was in last year's May 2015 Remodeling Magazine, which is a magazine that serves the remodeling industry professionals. So the link is there if you want to write that down or go back and read the entire article. They are now considered one of the top kitchen and bath remodelers in the United States, and I'm so proud to be a part of their growth. little bit about me and my passion. I've been in this business for 26 years, and local business is really where my heart is. For me, there's nothing more rewarding when my head hits the pillow at night to know that I've been able to impact somebody's business, to help them grow their business significantly by adding increased revenue to their bottom line, to helping them franchise their business, add a second location. It's hard to get off on a soapbox, but I love helping small business owners grow. So, it's just a quick case study on what can happen to your business when you deploy the right strategy. So 7 fatal mistakes that we are seeing small business owners make. And I think you'll be able to relate to a lot of these. Number 7, I'm going to go backwards. This is kind of that David Letterman style. So number 7, trial and error. What I'm talking about is good money thrown at bad advertising choices. So quick question. Who here in the room has spent money on advertising expecting return on investment and didn't get it? Okay, come on, everybody. I know. Seriously, yeah, it is. That's what I'm talking about. It's called trial and error marketing. Why? Because you're experts in your business. That's what you are. You're experts at what you do, but advertising is so confusing, and there's so many options right now. Making those right choices is very difficult. So you throw good money at different things hoping to get return on investment. And it's basically wasting a lot of money. We're going to try to eliminate that trial and error for you this morning. Number 6, spray and pray. What I'm talking about is doing a little bit of everything. Taking that modest or meager advertising budget and spreading it too thin. Maybe buying a little bit of radio, a billboard or two, maybe doing some newspaper advertising or some yellow pages. Taking a meager budget or a modest budget and spreading it too thin. What occurs when you do that is you're unable to create any frequency. You might reach somebody once, but in today's environment, you've got to reach them multiple times. There's a lot of clutter out there, and we've got to help you break through that clutter. So that's the wrong way to do it. The right way to do it is to focus on 1 or 2 mediums that are cost efficient, cost effective, and generate return on investment. Number 5, stuck on branding. What I'm talking about is too much focus being put on, we're great people, we're family owned, we've been around since 1956. That's all great, and it's certainly a valuable part of the community. But the truth is, in order to break through the clutter and be effective with your advertising, you've got to have a good offer. And you've got to get that offer out early to capture the attention of the consumer today. And by the way, I'm going to give you a quick example of what bad advertising looks like. Okay, this is a client that I've actually had the privilege of working with, but this was what their creative looked like before. So this is an example, and then I'm going to ask you guys what you think is wrong about it. Okay?
Hello, Jupiter to Cuesta. I need some help with my air conditioning.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
I don't know about you, but when my AC is broke, there's no reason to party. So, okay, so let's ask. Anybody share with me what's wrong with that commercial? No unique selling proposition. How are they going to fix your problem? Anybody else? Bam, love that one. So we'll play it one more time, and I'm going to show you what's wrong. And many of it is what you've already said. So let's play it one more time. No logo. I have no idea who this company is.
I need some help with my air conditioning.
I have no idea how to contact them.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Finally, their logo at the end. Again, no phone number and no website. We live in a 4-screen environment. My colleague Travis is going to speak in depth about digital marketing and the 4-screen environment we live in. And they're making some very basic, fundamental mistakes. Literally, if my AC is broke, I need to get a hold of somebody now. I need their phone number. And more importantly, chances are we're going to go straight to their website to gather more information. And I have no idea how to get there. Their address is not involved. Okay? So number 4 is a lack of commitment and consistency. Because you're experts in your business industry, we're doing a lot of trial and error marketing. And what happens is you throw a little bit of money at something and it doesn't work. So you try something different, no consistency, and it tends to be 24-hour crisis management. Can anybody relate to this? My doors aren't swinging, my phone's not ringing, customers aren't connecting with me on the website. And so it's a lot of 24-hour crisis management, a lot of reactive marketing instead of proactive marketing. That's the wrong way to do it. Thumb friendly, any ideas what we're talking about here? Thumb friendly? Much of the search is being conducted on our smartphones right now, and he'll give you some ideas on how to be better at that. So we're talking about not thumb friendly, having a mobile friendly site. Number 2, paralysis by analysis. Simply not doing anything to market your business because you're afraid you're going to waste money and make the wrong decision. Can anybody relate to that? Yeah, I see a lot of heads shaking. The number 1 mistake small business owners are making is this. 90% of you don't have a 12-month strategic marketing plan to grow your business and generate return on investment so you can add that second location or franchise that business or add that extra service vehicle or hire a couple of more employees. But I know this, as entrepreneurs, you didn't get into business, you didn't get out of bed one day and just say, you know what, I'm going to go into business. You developed a business plan, right? You had an idea of how you were going to get your business off the ground. Maybe you consulted with a business advisor, your financial advisor, your bank, the Small Business Administration, but you had to put together a business plan. And once you got the doors open, most business owners, and I'm not going to call anybody out or shame anybody in the room because you're not alone. 90% of small business owners simply don't sit down once a year and design a 12-month strategic marketing plan to help you grow your business and generate return on investment. And that's what it's all about. So let's talk about the current advertising environment, but I want to ask you a quick question this morning. Who here believes they know how to advertise their business? I got one gentleman. Okay, good. All right. Only one hand got raised. There's maybe 30 of us in the room this morning. Only one gentleman raised his hand and said he knows how to advertise his business, and I commend you for that. 80% of small business owners admit that they are confused about how to best advertise and grow their business. Can you relate to that? Yeah. Here's the environment. I'm sure you can relate to this one. And this is probably why you're a little bit confused with your advertising. You've got, on average, the average small business owner has 39 advertising salespeople calling on them every month. This is the facts. So who here has had an advertising salesperson call on them in the last week? Half the room. Who's had 2 call on them in the last week? 3? Can I hear 4? All right. So again, it's a lot of confusion. You've got so many opportunities, so many people are telling you that these are the right things for you to do. Multiple cable providers. We're Comcast market, but outside of Nashville, we've got a lot of smaller cable providers that are also talking to you. We've got over 50 licensed radio stations here in Middle Tennessee. And I'll tell you this, in order to buy radio effectively, and we own radio stations, I actually started in the radio business 26 years ago. Radio has changed. We're listening to Pandora more. We're listening to our iTunes. We are listening to, XM, Sirius in our cars. But I'll tell you, really, what we're doing when we're in our car mostly is we're on our phone, right? We're multitasking right now. We've got numerous, satellite providers like Dish and DirecTV. We've got directories, direct mail, newspaper, outdoor. You can do billboards. You can sponsor the Tennessee Titans or any of the musical venues here in the Music City. Search engine optimization, the art of getting your website on page 1 of a Google search. Search engine marketing, also known as pay-per-click. You've got us, broadcast television, and the 4 primary broadcast stations here in Nashville. You got magazines, movie theaters, social media, Facebook, coupons, Valpak. You can advertise on the back of a restroom door today if you'd like to. There's just so many options out there, and that's what's causing a lot of the confusion with small business owners, right? Okay, so let's talk about what works for a successful media campaign. And if you'll focus on these 4 pillars, you'll be better off. It's not rocket science. Number 1, understand who your customer is. And yesterday we were talking to a gentleman who we're actually going to be partnering with moving forward. He owns an adult daycare center. And we asked him who his customer was. And he said, well, my customers, they come into daycare, they have dementia, sometimes Alzheimer's, but they need care during the day. That's who my customer is. Who do you guys think his customer is?
Their children.
That's right. Those caregivers, those children are his customers. Those are the ones that business owner needs to reach, okay? And we're going to help him do that. But understanding who your actual target customer is fundamental to your success with marketing, okay? Is your customer a homeowner with a discretionary income of $100,000? Is she a female between the age of 35 and 64? What does she like to do? Where does she go on the internet? What programs is she watching? That's what we have to establish. What's her likes, what's her dislikes? So we've got to get a good grip on who your customer is. Then we've got to target that customer at the exact moment they're considering your services. It's called market timing, okay? Not advertising, but market timing, okay? Putting the message in front of the customer at the exact moment they're considering a product or service like yours. So if you're in the home services, anybody in home services? Okay. Home services, we traditionally talking about the heating and cooling, the plumbing, the electric, kitchen and bath remodeling. What we're talking about in that is what we know in health and wealth and in home services is that those consumers are making decisions on the weekends when they're under their roof, taking care of the business of their home, and they're considering improvements to their lives, right? So having a presence on those weekends, especially in early mornings, are really important. Mondays are critical because those decisions that are being made on the weekends are being acted on Mondays, right? So trying to apply a little common sense, to when we're running our messaging is real important. Frequency, guys, this is the number of exposures a consumer is hit with every day of their lives. 2,000 impressions a day. You may not realize it. You're seeing things right now in this room. You see Starbucks coffee, and I see creamer brands back there, and different things. So you're being exposed to a lot of different advertising impressions a day, and we've got to be able to help you break through that clutter. And the only way to do it is with frequency. The simple number is you've got to expose the consumer to at least 3 messages a week to get them into your funnel to consider doing business with you. Number 3, the message. We talked about it briefly. What's your unique selling proposition? So I'm going to pick on a couple of you in the room. Miss, with your hair care company that super serves the nursing home community, have you established a unique selling proposition for your company? What makes you different than your competition? So you've got some philanthropic going on there. You're actually providing some free services, it sounds like to me. Highly discounted. Okay, so I think I'm helping you with your USP right now, right? All right, so let's keep moving on. So your unique selling proposition is huge. I really implore you to do some serious soul searching, just like we just went through. It's a quick conversation. All right, so number 4, consistency. This is, again, back to the trial and error conversation. We see it over and over again. I just threw some money at something. It didn't work. I'm done. I'm going on to the next thing. Well, that's a waste of money. That's a total waste of hard-earned advertising dollars. Again, number 1 mistake small business owners make, 90% of you do not have a 12-month strategic marketing plan. Sit down at the end of each year and lay out the most cost-efficient, most cost-effective strategic plan. Work with a trusted partner who can help you lay in that plan utilizing these basic fundamental marketing skills. I'm going to shamelessly plug scripts. So, okay. All right, so again, it's not rocket science, but what I think it's fair, and I think what you need to understand, we're not magicians in the advertising business. We can absolutely help you grow your business, but I can't do it overnight. You need to stay consistent with that plan. The most successful advertisers in America lay in that 12-month plan and stick with it. That's what's going to make you a household name in Nashville. Does that make sense? Any questions? Okay. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this is the most recent purchase funnel information. This is the media that is influencing the consumer start to finish. There's essentially 6 buckets here, guys. We start with awareness. I'm aware of your business. I'm aware of your hair care, your hair care service. Second, I'm interested. Okay, so we're now aware of you. Now I'm interested. I'm considering, and now I want to do business with you. But in today's environment, because we live in this 4-screen environment, the first place they're going to go more often than not is your website. Travis is going to speak in detail about the importance of your website. Or they're going to come to your store. But the vast majority, over 80% of the consumers that see a commercial on television are going to go to your website first. So making sure that you have a great strategy involving your website is important. And then finally, they're going to make that purchase. When you look at what's influencing the consumers the most, and we are in the broadcast business, but we're also in the radio business and the newspaper business. These are the simple facts that are put out by the Futures Company. They do this study every 2 years, so this is the most recent study on what's influencing the consumer all the way through the process. In blue is television, and you see how that goes all the way down through the process. And the new kids on the block, because this didn't exist 10 years ago, 15 years ago, is the internet. And the importance of marketing on the internet is critical to your success in today's environment. The internet actually is number 2 now. So they have, they are the new 800-pound gorilla in the room. A good digital strategy is critical. Number 4, newspaper continues to have a very small ability to influence, followed by radio. Again, if you're on radio, you're needing to buy 6 or 8 radio stations here in Nashville to get the same reach you're going to get out of broadcast and internet. And then outdoor are your 5 most influential medias when it comes to influencing the consumer. There are dozens more, all the ones I showed you earlier. They simply did not show up enough to put on this page. They were just itty-bitty fractions of the consumer influence. Well, let's talk about something that I think needs to be addressed this morning. Who here believes that TV's too expensive? Come on. Okay. Can I give you my theory on why you believe that? We just had the Super Bowl. We set records for viewing here on NewsChannel 5 just a couple weeks ago. Here's my theory on why you think this, because we do a great job here on NewsChannel 5 and CBS all over the country bragging about the average cost of a 30-second commercial in the Super Bowl. I've got some giveaways back here. Who can tell me what the average cost for a 30-second commercial in the Super Bowl was this year? Yes, ma'am. $5 million, man. She nailed it. You stole my thunder. That's okay. Good job. What's your name, ma'am? I'm Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Kelly's absolutely right. The average cost of a 30-second commercial in the Super Bowl was $5 million. And guess what we did? We bragged about it. Yeah. We made a lot of noise about it. So here's the actual, I'm going to break it down for you because these are the primary mediums that most small business owners are using. Direct mail, anybody doing direct mail in the room? Not, okay, couple, all right. You can relate to this, right? Stamps, 49 cents. Okay, so this is on a cost per thousand basis. So direct mail, for you to put one direct mail piece in the mailbox of 1,000 people is $490. That's the cost per thousand. And this is what you should be focusing on with your marketing. So $490. Now, by the way, on direct mail, that doesn't cost. Maybe you hired an artist or a graphic designer to help lay out that nice direct mail piece, or maybe you hired a mailing service to stuff those envelopes. That's just the raw number. Newspaper, we know a lot about the newspaper business. We've been in it for 140 years. $100 on a cost per thousand. In other words, it costs you $100 to reach 1,000 newspaper readers. Cable, $70 and going up right now as more cable stations are coming online. Yellow Pages, anybody know where your Yellow Pages is at in the room? Not one. Not one person knows where your Yellow Pages. I don't either, by the way. What's the new Yellow Pages, by the way? That's right, Google. So Yellow Pages, $35 and going up. Radio, $30 on a cost per thousand. And here's the simple facts on digital advertising and broadcast, and I'm going to show you and prove to you that this was right. Broadcast TV and digital advertising can be purchased all day long for $10 per thousand. That breaks down to a penny a person. Does that shock you guys? Yes. Okay, you're going to like this next slide. Okay, here we go. cost per thousand on News Channel 5. 1 30-second commercial in the #1 morning news show in Middle Tennessee and in the nation. Love it. News Channel 5, 6A to 7A reaches 89,000 households. It's a lot of people. The average cost, $450. That can go down, that can go up depending upon the season. By the way, I do want to point this out because we're talking about audience and frequency and message. You can actually own one of the most popular news programs here on News Channel 5, which is our early morning newscast from 4:30 to 5 a.m. for $75 a commercial. Am I blowing you away with this? I hope I'm changing some ideas here. I mean, on some thoughts that you have. If it's my business, I'm going to own that 4:30 to 5 a.m. I may run 2 or 3 30-second commercials a day in there because it's so efficient. And you'll own that segment of our audience. So it is more affordable to most small business owners than they think. The cost per thousand on it is $5 per thousand. It's the most cost-efficient medium on the planet other than digital marketing. So, did I change some minds here? Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Here's give you a couple of examples of what our clients are saying here on News Channel 5, because we'd love to partner with your business. This isn't a sales pitch today. We're trying to give you fundamental information that's going to help you grow your business. But here's what some of our clients are saying. This is Claudia Harris. You may know her, owner of Creekside at Three Rivers.
Because our relationship has been so good overall with the staff at 5, that we even though I know I'm not the biggest customer, I know that I'm an important customer. So they look for opportunities to leverage and opportunities that are really going to give us the biggest bang for our buck, so to speak. Even our commercial that we do, it's very creative. It's not just run-of-the-mill, it's just very creative, and it made us feel like somebody put thought into it about what was going to be best for Creekside, what was going to make people notice Creekside, and they do, because we get comments all the time about how great our commercial is. Not only would I recommend News Channel 5, I do recommend you guys to anybody that talks about wanting to look at opportunities for TV.
I'm Dr. Reese with Lose Fat Nashville, and I've been advertising with News Channel 5 for probably 4 or 5 years now, and have just been having great results. In fact, advertising on TV, when I started advertising on TV, it really changed some things about my practice, because patients who would come in, or in your case maybe clients that might come in, they're going to have some instant credibility with you when they walk in the door. And that's really great for your business. Now, News Channel 5, it's been such a great return on investment. So I know that when I'm investing with them, that I'm going to get this return that's consistent. And it's been consistent over these period of years. That's why we've continued to advertise with News Channel 5. Really, the staff that you're going to be working with are absolutely fantastic. Those staff, from your ad rep to even the person who greets you at the door when you walk in, they want your best success, and they're going to be your cheerleaders, and they are so helpful. You will really, really enjoy working with all the staff at News Channel 5. So I would absolutely highly recommend you thinking about and actually doing advertising on Channel 5 to get the results, the fantastic results like I've gotten in my practice.
Hi, my name is Glenn Cranfield. I'm the President and CEO of Nashville Rescue Mission. Advertising on News Channel 5 has been tremendous for us. We feel it's a great partnership for us. It's more than just putting a bit or putting a story on the air. We have advisors and counselors and directors to help us really communicate our message and get across to the greatest audience possible in the greatest fashion possible. So it's been a tremendous relationship and a tremendous experience for us. Now, my piece of advice is to use the television and actually use News 5. They're all fabulous in not only doing their job, but also in providing great counsel and great guidance and advice for us as we do it. And I would say one of the greatest investments that we have done here in our business is to actually partner with News Channel 5 and to get the message across TV. It's just tremendous.
I want to give you the key components to an effective advertising message. Hopefully this will be really helpful to your business, whether you do business on advertising or the radio or digital marketing or whatever. The first thing you've got to focus on with a good, effective advertising, and we'll give you a couple of examples of what that looks like, is have a hook. In today's environment, because we're being subjected to 2,000 advertising impressions all over the place, whether we're driving down the road, we're watching television, listening to the radio, or we're on the internet 5 hours a day, you've got to have a hook. So make that offer early. Get your unique selling proposition, your hook, out there first thing. You want to make sure that you're giving them a reason to keep listening, watching, reading about your business in the first few seconds. Okay. Number 2, logo identification. You saw it in the heating and cooling commercial. Don't be shy, especially when you're utilizing digital marketing and broadcast marketing. Make sure your logo is highly identifiable throughout your message. And also your contact information, as we learned earlier, is critical today. Again, we're just trying to drive that consumer either to your phone, to your store, or to the internet. Number 3, your unique selling position. What makes you different? How do you separate yourself from the competition? So I'm going to beat on you about that. Keep thinking about what your USP is, okay? Number 4, your offer. Compelling invitation. Provide value to the target consumer. We're a research-based environment today. Make sure that the offer is providing significant value. Utilize tiebreakers. If you're in a business that can offer a second service, maybe if I'm in the hair care, or in your business, maybe I'm offering maybe a manicure along with, your hair service, absolutely free. It's a second service. It's a tiebreaker. So when everybody else is singing the same song, give them some additional value to separate you from the competition. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? Okay. In your sense of urgency, a call to action. A deadline is critical to your success. And then again, location, website, phone number is incredibly important. I'll give you a creative example. These are some of our News Channel 5 clients. You'll probably recognize them. Here's the first one.
We're growing here at Creekside at Three Rivers. Coming in early 2016, we'll be offering a new senior assisted living option. Our new Creekside Villas will feature memory care in a unique luxury setting. We're accepting deposits now, and if you're among the first to move in, you'll receive reduced rent for the first 6 months. More information about all of our senior assisted living options, visit us today at creeksideassistedliving.com.
Before we start that, did you guys hear the offer? Yeah. Reduced rent for the first 6 months, right? It's a good offer, good call to action.
Hi folks, Larry Stovestay, the Coyote tractor dealer in Murfreesboro. Package deal, here it is. Coyote diesel, Coyote loader, 24 horsepower, 4-wheel drive with the rotary cutter and the box scraper, $14,995, 10% down cash or trade, $199 a month. Just a little bigger. This is a 25 horsepower. Same deal here. You get the big old cutter and you get the scraper there, that thing. And this guy is $16,995 and it's $219 a month. Come get one. I'm waiting for you.
That thing down there, that's right. You know what? He's a character, and he's in this. The commercial is memorable. He's following all the fundamentals of a successful advertising campaign. First of all, you're just going to remember the guy because he's kind of funny. I mean, I assure you probably laughed while you were sitting in front of your TV or you saw his commercial online, just like you did just now.
Need new tires? Let the Firestone Complete Auto Care mobile tire van come to you. Purchase 2 or more new Firestone or Bridgestone tires and we'll come to your home or business and install them at no additional charge. To schedule an appointment, go to firestonemobilevan.com.
Perfect creative. Perfect creative. They were using, had anybody ever heard of a service like this before? Would you consider them now? Sure. So you'd become part of you'd come right into their funnel, right? So he did everything right. He used the lower third to have his logo, contact, website, made a great offer, purchased 2 or more tires, and they'll come to your home absolutely free. But I want to introduce my colleague, Travis Jones, who's an expert in digital marketing, and I know a lot of you are here to see Travis. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.